My name is Sister Tricia Ebere. I am the CEO and the founder of Hand of Mercy Global Outreach. And it's a non-governmental organization that has been touching lives ever since the inception. And we can no longer count how many lives that have been impacted through this organization. Personally, touching lives is what keeps me going. Yes, people keep asking me about this name, Hand of Mercy. What is the inspiration behind it? It's a whole lot. My name is actually Mercy. Mercy of God. In my dialect, Ebere Chukwu. You know, there's a saying that people's name, people are wired, or I don't know how they put that adage, but you see some people, their life is like what they bear as name. You know, so my parents, when they gave me that name, I believe maybe they didn't know why God put it in their mind to give me that name. Because growing up now, I've come to realize that everything about that name is what my life is all about. Hand of Mercy. As a human and as a woman, I've actually been through a lot. Yes, a lot of mess. I've been through a lot, past mistakes, and then in all of this, at any point in time, I keep seeing the hand of mercy of God. So I've actually experienced hand of mercy of God practically in my life, and that's why I'm still standing. So based on all that I've been through, as a woman, the crisis, mess, God actually came through for me, showed me his hand of mercy, rescued me, and then committed a mandate to me. So the hand of mercy I've seen today is actually a calling. When nothing is as good as one discovering what you are wired to come and do. Everybody you see here on earth, no one is by accident. We are all carrying various assignments, and that's why, based on what I know today, once I encounter you, what I'm interested is in what assignment are you carrying? What are you saying? What is your personal purpose? What is that thing that God has sent you here to come and do? Because if you die without fulfilling it, is a very big problem. So I've discovered what I'm wired to come and do. God did not only rescue me from my mess, but he gave me that mandate to go and be a blessing to others, to go and be helping people. Fine. The inspiration behind the NGO now is, like I said, where I am coming from. My pain, which has been turned to gain today. My mess of yesterday, which has been turned to message that is blessing thousands of people today. So when God gave me that mandate of go and be helping people, sincerely at that stage when that mandate came, when the assignment was given to me, when I get to understand that this is actually an assignment from God, I was like, this is somebody who needed help. And God is committing this kind of assignment to me. But that's why I tell people, God is a master planner. He cannot give you an assignment without backing you up. So as I gradually started discovering the assignment, it started making waves, started sending me people that are there to make the assignment easier. And not just that, I now discovered that people started coming to me, people that are also going through various mess and various pain, issues of life. Widows, special children, single mothers, name them. And these are people coming with various pain, some go into depression on daily basis. Through this assignment of God in my hand today, through this mandate, God has been able to rescue lives, including a particular woman that was also at the verge of taking her life. She has already bought a sniper, and yes, she has bought it with her money, waiting for when her children will clear from the house so that she will practically take it. But through this joke that we are doing here, she was able to be rescued, and today she's living her normal life. So I found out that this thing came naturally, sincerely. I would have been the last person that would think of going into work of God or ministry. It's something that but gradually when this thing started, wow, the journey was being made easier. When I see people come to me and they go home blessed, instead of dying of depression, they now go home a better person, because they hear my story is like strengthening them, encouraging them. And coupled with the support that people are giving me here, people bring clothes, food stuff, small support here and there. So when these special children come, the less privileged, the widows, when they come, to our office, we don't just pray with them, we don't just counsel them, we now help them materially. Those that we see that they don't have clothes, we give them clothes. Those that we see that they're actually hungry, you understand, we are able to bless them with food. I found out that this thing is making sense. And before you know it, it was turning to something else. We were running like that for like 4 years. We were not in social media because the motive wasn't for us to be seen. We were secretly doing it, just touching life, until people were like, come, this thing is becoming something else, it's getting out of hand. You people are doing so much and yet you are not out there. That is the essence of us now registering it officially. And then that's why it's now a registered NGO. Yes, the purpose of the objective of this NGO is just to make life better for people. Touch lives of people. That person that is at the verge of taking his or her life, that person that is going through depression, that person that is having issues of life, by the time you encounter that person, you do your best to make sure that you don't leave the person will become a better person. So it's all about empowering lives, making lives beautiful, and at the same time helping people to discover purpose. Okay, talking about growth so far so good. I want to appreciate God Almighty for the little growth we have encountered so far, because look at where we are today. This was not where we started. We were using a smaller office before, that time that we were like, what is this, what is all of this? It's like joke, like play. The thing started expanding. More lives were being imparted. It's just like once your life is being imparted, they will go and call others. They will go and share the testimony with another person. Before you know it, more people will come. And gradually, God is helping us to put smiles on their faces. Before you know it, that place could not contain us again. And then this place we are using now came naturally. God just made it available through the help of someone who has seen what we have been doing, and through him he was able to make us get this place on a platter of gold. And ever since then, more lives have been imparted. And personally too, I can tell you that I've also encountered my own personal growth. Why? Because I'm no longer where I used to be. At that point of where I was always having fear of so many things, fear of unknown, fear a lot. But today, God is also working on me. God is also using the NGO, seeing more lives being transformed. So He's strengthening me. He's giving me more encouragement, more strength, more energy to do better. So I see that one as also a level of growth for me. Okay, talking about core value. This NGO, sincerely, if you are close to us, you find out that it's about sacrifice, living a sacrificial life. You are not touching life because you have. When people see the way we are doing, touching lives, making people happy, they will think it's because we have it all. Sincerely, most of us, myself and my team members, when you come to our house, you find out that we may not have, but the little we have, we will give it all out just to make another person smile. So it's just all about living a sacrificial life just to make someone happy. Okay, well, challenges so far, or the challenges we've encountered starting this NGO. Sincerely, it has never been easy. It has never been easy, right? When we started, or when we were starting, a lot of people never believed how genuine we are. They thought, okay, this is enough. But when they now got to see that these people, even without sponsorship, even without having people helping us, we have been there imparting lives. So that initial time was people believing in us. But thank God, as time goes by, they were now able to know how genuine, and then all of them started coming in one-on-one to support. Now the major challenge we've been having, which we are still having, it has not been easy, because you've been able to impart the life of A, and probably A is a widow. You've been able to impart, you've been able to, God has used you to transform her life. She has now gone back to her community, a transformed person. People want to know her secrets. How come? And then she talk about the NGO. Before you know it, 10 people will come through her. So we are now having more hands, more lives to touch, and we don't have the capacity yet. We don't have the capacity to really reach out. You understand? Like what happened here today. A family of 3. For how many days they have not eaten. When you see the woman, you know that this woman really need help. Sincerely, she really need help. Look at children starving. And then so many of them out there. We still have a case of a sickle as we speak now, impregnated and abandoned, and she finally gave birth to a twins, bouncing baby boy. And where she is living, in fact, the day we went there, me and my team, we were all practically crying. She's living by the side of a canal, stinking place. We went there by 12 noon in the afternoon, as at that time she had not eaten. But thank God we were able to go with some raw food. It was from there they were able to cook and get her something. So, and she's still there. We've not really been able to do what we are supposed to do. So the major challenge we are encountering is the capacity. We need God to touch life. People that loves humanitarian work. If they can come and partner with us so that we'll be able to really impact lives better. It's been a great challenge. The future goal for this NGO, I am trusting God that in the nearest future, say 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, we want to see ourselves touching lives globally. As the name implies, Hand of Mercy Global Outreach. So it's not just about this community alone. We've started with this community touching lives. Gradually, we are spreading. In the nearest future, God helping us, and with the help of our partners all over, I want to see Hand of Mercy reaching out to lives globally, because in different states, nations, communities, there are lives dying on a daily basis because they cannot afford to help themselves. There are people going through depression in different locations. So we want to see ourselves reaching out to more lives all over the world. Wow. A beautiful question indeed. Okay, we are open to more people that can come and help us. We are open. How do I mean? I just shared with you that this place we are using today was made available by someone who has a good heart, who saw what we've been doing, and through his help we're able to get this place, and is an enabling ground for what we represent. So we need individuals, private individual communities, even the government to come and help us. We need donations so that we'll be able to really touch lives better. There are people that at this point, the only thing we are doing for them is we give them clothes, we give them food. But it's not enough. We want to see how we can now be empowering them with different skills. We train them with different skills, and not just training them, we empower them so that they can now be established. Once we establish somebody, you say never that you are done with that person. So, and again, if you, apart from donations, if you have clothes, please don't say these ones, bring them so long as they are still good enough. There are many people that on daily basis, they depend on Hand of Mercy for the clothes they wear. Yes, if I show you videos, you find out that some mothers, widows, single mothers, this is where their children find clothes that they use for their families. And then so food items, look at the one you were here today. You saw what happened. We're able to rally around, gave her some food stuff, so a family that has not eaten for days. So whatever, anyhow you can partner with us so that we'll be able to make this life a better place for people. Okay, Hand of Mercy, we have really done so much for the past 5 years that we've been into this. We've done so many projects. One, we've done a lot for the widows. I remember there was a particular project we did, feeding of 100 widows. Feeding of 100 widows. Do you know, we plan to attend to 100 widows. We made projection for that. But before you know it, the crowd we saw that day It was a whole lot. But God gave us wisdom to be able to manage them. We were able to ration the little we had, and everybody went home happy. So we've done that one. We've done several programs for widows. We've done program for special children when we visited them. We spent a lot that day. Brought cartoon characters. Me and my team, we just brought out that day to go and put smiles on their faces. In fact, that day, some of them were crying to come back to this place with us. We've also done medical outreach. Yes, because we've discovered that a lot of people are dying. They don't have what it takes to attend to their health. I have some elderly people in Hand of Mercy, like that Baba that is 74 years, and some mothers, elderly widows. They don't really, their children are not really capable. So when I saw what they were going through health-wise, we were able to collaborate with a doctor friend who came with our team. Then we gave out free medical health care to these people. We've done so much that I may not be able to remember here now. And then we've done a lot also for the less privileged. Talking about that, so many. Then we've also along the line doing this, running this NGO, we also been able to come up with a program we call Woman of Words. Woman of Words. You can see it there. Woman of Words program. This one was born out of what I see women go through every day. Remember, I told you I'm coming out of this was giving birth through what the mess I've also been through. So I equally know what women are going through every day. So ever since the inception of Woman of Words, it's a praying program that is helping women to become more. Yes, it's a lot. It's just an eye-opening program that has been helping women ever since the program. We run it every last Saturday of the month, and it has been a wow. Okay, so the motivation behind starting this Woman of Words is just to help women, for them to become more in life. Like I said, I love to see people discover purpose, because if you have not discovered who you are, your what do I call it? I call it destiny assignment. This is why you see women living below average, living as a result. They allow their pain of yesterday to stop them. They allow their mistakes of yesterday to hinder them, their manifestation. You know, so many of us that we've gone through a lot, especially when it comes to the area of marriage. So many of us actually made a lot of mistakes. And if you don't get it right, that mistake will end that person's life, because you will want to be dying in that your shell. But if somebody is there to open your eyes, to help you discover who you are, you find out that who you are, your identity is not about that your pain of yesterday. It's not about that your mistake of yesterday. It's not about what you have not achieved or whatever. It's about you discovering who you are and then gradually aligning on it. By the time you discover who you are and you are aligning with it, you find yourself beginning to have that inner healing. So the essence of Woman of Words is to basically help women discover purpose, their personal identity, and also we also show them ways of aligning with purpose. And so far, so good. It has really been a blessing to many women. I want to see women become more. I want to see women living their dream life. I want to see women actualizing purpose. I want to see women actualizing their destiny assignment, irrespective of your yesterday's mistake, irrespective of your background, irrespective of whether you have people or you don't have people, irrespective of the mockery, what people are saying around you, or I want to see you live that life of purpose. Yes, I keep telling women how much, because we have encountered a lot of women that have taken their lives because of the mistakes they made, or because of their pain, that they have found themselves into. So I keep asking women, how much do you know about yourself that you think you want to end it up now? I have had this. I've heard stories of people jumping into the lagoon, taking sniper. The other day we had a story of a young lady that took her own life. Even women in marriage taking their life, committing suicide. Then my question is, how much do you know about yourself yet that you want to end it up? There is still more to which you can actualize. Just give yourself the chance to discover who you are. By the time you discover who you are, you find out that your identity did not lie in your mistakes of yesterday. Your identity, your real identity, does not lie in the pain you are going through. No, there is still more. My prayer is that you discover purpose so that you become a better person. Yes, when it comes to a Woman of Worth program, we have a lot of activities. We don't do anything outside God. Remember, it started as a result of God's mandating us to do it. So we don't do anything without praying. We gather once in a week to pray. So, and then we do more of counseling, where we hear that your pain that you've bottled for years, because healing starts from there. If you have not been able to pour it out, most of the time you don't get the healing. So, and most of the time why people bottle it out is because they've not really seen the right person to share it with. Most time you share with friends, you find out that your story that you share with friends is already all over everywhere. So we counsel people. We do what we call one-on-one talk show with women. That is, as you dey pain us. By the time you think that your own is the worst, and then you come there and hear stories what women are going through, and you find out that a lot of women have gone through this and they've scaled through it, and today they are women of worth. Yes, they are now a role model in their society. You will be encouraged when you hear stories of people, what women are going through, what they have been through, and who they are today. They are now ruling their world. Like the last program we did on the Women of Worth, we call it She Rules. She Rules. Yes, we invited great women from different locations. These are women, when you hear them today, when you see the way they are level today, you want to be like them, but you don't know their pain of yesterday. You don't know where they are coming from. They also had their own pain. So we bring people like this. When you hear their story, wow, you will know that even what you are going through is nothing compared to what people have been through. So, and that will begin to give you that sense of hope. So we do praying program where we come and pray for one another, do counseling, do one-on-one talk show, and then we do support. So those are different activities we do when it comes to Woman of Worth. And so far, it has been so beautiful, because testimonies of how it has been helping women. A woman who used to see herself as a failure, as in nothing good can ever come out of my life, now is coming out to a place like this, seeing other women, living a better life, is challenged. He's now one of us, and then he joins the moving train and he's becoming a better person. And the good thing is that what gives me joy the most is that this person came begging. This was somebody who was seeing herself as a beggar. But today he will be so empowered that he will now join us and be blessing others. Just like what happened today. A family that was hungry came around. One of the women that God used to bless that family was a woman who equally came here as a nobody. She's a young widow. She came here as if her own, in fact, nothing good will ever amount out of her life. But did you see her today? She was the person God used to bless this new family that came today. So we want to see people come out of their come out of their pain, come out of their mess, and become better off, and then join us in blessing other people. Yes, I am trusting God for more women to be liberated, for more women to come out of where they have caged themselves as a result of what they have put themselves into, as a result of their mistakes of yesterday. You know why? I've come to realize, I've encountered a lot of women, because of their pain, especially the single mothers, because of their pain of yesterday, they no longer have joy and peace in them. Remember, you cannot give what you don't have. Once you no longer have that love, that peace, and you are a mother, raising children. What kind of children do you want to raise? That is why you see society today, there is no more value for life. Some of the children we are raising today, they don't have love. They are growing without love. Why? Because they have a mother that is training them without love. And it's not actually her fault. She's acting based on her pain, trying to transfer every aggression to whoever. Now, like I know of a mother, if you see the way, in fact, the children hardly laugh. As tender as they are, they hardly laugh. They don't have joy, they don't have peace, they don't have love. Because their mother is training them with that aggression of, maybe she will be remembering what their father did to her, and she uses it. It's not good. So that is why we, in Hand of Mercy, through this program, God is helping us to bring out more women. Let them come out of their pain. You know why? If not for any other thing, for the children you are raising, you are their first role model. You need to be healed. And how can you be healed? It has to come from the angle of forgiveness. You have to forgive yourself. Yes, you made a lot of mistakes. That's why you are a human. By the time you forgive yourself and also forgive that person that has made that you feel has put into that mess. If you don't forgive, even God in heaven will not forgive you. It's biblical. But by the time you understand the principle of forgiveness, you find out that healing comes from there. Inner healing. And by the time inner healing is coming from there, that's why we don't do without prayer. We don't do it without involving the Spirit of God to help us. So because we believe, we know what He has been helping us to do. So that you'll be able to raise children that will grow up loving. And then by the time you grow up loving, you will love your fellow human being. Imagine a young girl you are training without love. The only thing you feed this young girl with is your pain in the hand of the father. I want to let you know that kind of a girl will grow up hating men. He will grow up any mistake from any man, he will pour that venom on that man. There's no love in her. That's not the kind of children we want to raise. You understand? So, and this girl, oh my God, I don't know how many I will talk. If I begin to, I want to, like, there's a girl, a particular girl, because they do bring different girls. We pick some on the street, and they tell us their stories. Like this particular girl, the father abandoned the mother. So the mother had some issues, mental issues. So, and then God was able to kind of help her, but that pain, she could not forgive herself. And now she's the one raising these children. So she used that pain to train these children. Any small thing, they'll flare up. Any small thing, they flare up. They fight with knife. They fight with sharp object. They fight with kiniko. They are ready to kill. So when she came to Hand of Mercy, she told us that she's not ready to tolerate any nonsense from any man. And now you are growing with this you are growing with this annoyance for men that have never even offended you. You are growing with this hatred is the word. You are growing with this kind of hatred for boys, men that have not done you anything. So gradually we brought her into our rehabilitation center, started teaching her love. Started teaching her, yes, your mother must have made her own mistake, because we can't have access to her mother. But we started teaching her. She left Hand of Mercy a changed person, a rebranded person. There was another girl of 9 years that they brought to us. That girl, she always sit, frown her face. If other children come around her, the next thing you see, if he's fight, I'm ready to fight. If he kill, she doesn't smile. Yes, she doesn't smile. So, and then there was a day she was she was playing with other children. They came to tell us that she was saying that she just feel like killing herself. A girl of 9 years. I called her and said, why are you sounding like that? What made you to think of that? We find out that this girl is only seeing, I don't know, because she was brought up with hatred, aggression. When we started interviewing her, we got to know that her mother uses hot iron to beat her, uses knife to beat her, to be with her, uses belts a girl of 9 years. Do you know, it took us time to begin to nurture her again, to begin to not train her, change that. That is to erase that poor mindset from her. And gradually she started playing with other children. You cannot see her move around, dance with children, play with children. It wasn't funny. It wasn't funny. And so many children are like that. So for the fact that you are a single mother that has made a lot of mistakes, whatever, you need that healing. You need that healing. You really need to be healed. You really need to come out of that frustration and become a better person. Why? Because you are a role model, if not to the outside world, your children. They copy a lot from you. They copy more of your way of life. So if you are the type that you don't have love, that is what they will copy from you, because you can't give what you don't have. So we want to see more women being healed of their pain, coming out of their shell, coming out of whatever it is that has bottled them, that has caged them, that has helped them not to become whom God has made them to be. We want to see them discover purpose, live a better life. Thank you.